Well, hi, how are you? Welcome to another episode of StartUp and I must ask you right now one little simple question, and that is, do you know what is the fintech? Fintech, yeah, technology about financials, I guess. Well, actually, if you ask this, even people on the street, they might have heard the, you know, the name, the well, you can actually say it's a designation of a technology, but in the service of financial stuff. So it's not that uncommon to hear that in business news, in the even of course in the startup world where there are many companies doing that. Now you gonna be surprised when I'm now gonna turn in a different way. I'm gonna ask you, do you know what's Femtech? Yeah. Well, you probably didn't heard it or didn't heard it enough to stick in your mind, or you actually know something about that. Here in Croatia, there are some companies that are in the Femtech, which is a female technology, technology about stuff related to females. Which is like a little bit absurd when you think about it. Like everything, even in fintech or agritech, everything is connected to everything. So even the femtech. Maja Bujas today are going to talk about, well, in this episode, is going to talk about what's femtech, actually what's behind her work there. She's going to with me talk about all these kind of problems that couples, that married couples, non-married couples, whatnot, have in conceiving, in problems with, fertility days and infertility in general. And that's where the femtech can actually help, because there is this technology that we can actually utilize, not just to build cool apps that gonna make billions and millions because you're gonna record yourself dancing on it. We can actually make apps that are gonna produce some offsprings and develop human race further, at least populate the earth easier. So listen to this episode, StartUp, and don't forget to follow, and like and subscribe, because algorithms, if you like something, like it, and if you don't like it, well, you can unlike it, but StartUp Rant, you're ranting here. Hello. This is my usual hello. Because when I do this, I actually check out, and people know this, and I'm actually pretty much boring to myself, I guess, to all the listeners here. But my guest, Maja, maybe doesn't know this, that I'm actually checking, am I recording? So I'm just going to check. Oh, yeah, I'm recording. Hi, Maja. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you. Very, very good. Not just great.
I'm a movie buff, right? So people don't know this, but there was this kind of a show called, I think it's called Bodyguard or something. And one famous actor and one famous actress was there, but the famous actor was actually Scottish. So whenever he said ma'am, like as a, you know, uh, with the courtesy, whatever, in the Scottish, that says mum. So it turned out that he was calling her mum. And your company is Mum Me. So I'm not a mom, I'm actually a dad, but you are a mom, and you have this interesting company, and it's in the femtech. What is that?
It's actually Me.mum.
Oh, meme
So,
mom.
Me.mum, yes.
Oh,
And I am a mom. I have a son, he's 9. And actually, he started, because of him, this idea started. In one point in my life, I wanted to have a child, of course, and I was trying very hard, really, really hard. And my husband was trying very much. And
He was putting the effort there, right?
yes, he did his part and all. But I was healthy, he was healthy. We didn't know what's going on. So I took some time to research what could I do to have a less guesswork, like every woman, of course. So I realized that it's very important to detect fertility days. And the method that I was using was not working. So I discovered there is a method that uses saliva, that analyzes saliva and tells you if there is a hormone that is causing ovulation present. And if it is, then that means that you have a fertile days. And if you have relations, you can have a baby. After 2 years and only 2 months of using this method, I become pregnant. And I now have a child that is 9 years old, in school yet. And I was sharing my experience with my friends, and they had similar problems. They were trying and nothing worked. So I recommended this method. And while I was recommended it to one of my friends, I was thinking this would be much easier if I connect this little microscope to a smartphone application, so that smartphone application can do all this for me, to detect, to memorize, to predict, and so on. And that is how the idea about Me.mum started. And now, after 4 years of developing this idea, I have a product that is called Me.mum, an app and a monitor for detecting fertility by using saliva and detecting the luteinized hormone for fertile days.
But this is not a subject that usually comes about a family dinner. It's not a subject that comes about friends dinner. Is there kind of a taboo about this?
I think yes, I think there is, because people. There's many reasons why they don't speak about this, because it's something very personal. And if they are trying and not succeeding to have a child, they feel unsuccessful, and they start to think that something is wrong with them. They lose confidence. I can tell you that during the period that I was trying to have a child, I was trying, and then you have to wait for some time, like 2 weeks, to check if something happened. And then you have a test, and pregnancy test, and the test tells you nothing happened, and you get very disappointed. And when this is happening in 1, 2, 3, 6 months, 12 months, you start thinking that something is wrong with you. You lose confidence. When you lose confidence, of course, you lose the will to try to have a child, to try to have sex. It just becomes something that is making you more stress than it should. So speaking about getting pregnant, about fertility days, educating people about menstrual cycles, it's very important. Very important for those who doesn't want to have children, and those who are trying to get a child. So even this broadcast that we are having now is helping for the people to know that this is not something to be ashamed. This is just something that you should know exists. You should know that someone has got a problem with that, and with small information or sharing the companies that are working on this subject can help a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go with a little bit of rant because this is StartUp. So, I had a similar problem, and when you look at it, when I was looking at it, it was like, okay, just tell me doc, when do I need to have sex to have a child? And it's not like, okay, so this is the date when there is some kind of fertility days, that there is this, there is that. It took us some time, a few months, almost a year, to produce a child.
Child.
You
Yes.
know, even when you talk about this right now, when we talk about this, because you and I and some people who are listening to this, we went to this, and for us, it's kind of a normal to talk about that. But when you start to talk about it, it was like this kind of a barrier, at least in my mind. It's like, okay, but I'm talking about something that people, you know, think it's kind of a, it's not icky, but it's kind of a, you know, and there's another problem, and that is spontaneous losing a child. You know, there's this problem also that people don't tackle. And when we were going to the process, there was like kind of a, oh, and doctor comes in the room and says, you know, it's like 50-50 chance. And I was like, what? No, you know, nobody talks about that. You don't learn in the school
Yes.
about that. You don't learn because, you know, creating a family, creating a child. Oh, he got knocked up, or she got knocked up, but and there's a child, and it's like, wow, it just happens. But for some people, it doesn't just happen. And when those people try to find answers, sometimes it's not like a brick wall, but it's actually too many choices to check on the internet. And that's why when I was checking some stuff, and I found your application and everything, it was like, wow, if I had that during my time trying to conceive, trying to my wife to conceive, trying to get a family, a child, it was like, wow, this would be really helpful. Do you think you, as a company, as a product, are actually shifting in a way mindset of the people?
Actually, I'm really glad that we are speaking about this now because what I learned when I started to work on this project is that young men don't know anything about menstrual cycles. Okay, only thing they know is that in some point of the month, woman will not have sex because she's menstruating, and that's it. And in some point, she can get pregnant, and in others don't. So this is the only information that they have about women's menstrual cycles. And in the woman's point of view, everything is about that cycle. So just three quick infos for those that don't know anything. So when women have something called menstruation, and it lasts 5 to 7 days. So this is the first phase. Second phase is woman's body is preparing to produce the egg that can be fertilized. So this is the period that she can get pregnant. So when the egg becomes that big that can be fertilized, that is the best chance, of course, for conceiving. So that is the ovulation. So that is the day when the people that want to get pregnant wants to have sex. So, and the third part is when nothing happens. If you don't want to have a kid, you can have a sex how many times you want. So it's very easy. You have a part for menstruation, you have fertility days, and you have non-fertile days. So, but why is this cycle happening? This cycle is happening because our brain, the woman brain, produces certain hormones, and these hormones are causing these changes. So the hormone that is causing ovulation is luteinized hormone. And this is the hormone that you can detect in urine. So there is a lot of tests for fertility if you use urine, but you can also detect in saliva. So And this is the advantage of Me.mum. You don't have to pee on something to know if you are fertile. You just take a drop of saliva, put it on this on Me.mum monitor, and that's it. So nothing more. And when I started speaking about this project, I was looking for the company that will make me a prototype. I was looking for the partners that will make an app. And because I didn't know anything, I just had an idea. I realized there is so many men that really don't know anything about this. And I started this because of my own experience. But also I had an experience that you mentioned when you mentioned that people don't like talk about this or don't talk about this because it's too intimate, it's too personal. The second problem is, of course, when someone gets pregnant and loses the child. So when stops being pregnant. I had that experience too, and this is very hard and stressful, and no one talks about this. When I had this experience after having my son, I had one experience of this, and it was very hard period for me because I wanted to have a daughter as I have a son and so on. And I was talking to I told everyone, I told all of my friends, family, everyone knew. And what surprised me that I don't know, five people that I talked, 3 people had the same experience. So this is something that is happening so often. So the doctor says that every woman in her fertile life has got at least one loss or one unsuccessful pregnancy. So this is normal. That's why some people don't tell they're going to have a child until the 3 months passes. So this is so common, but no one talks about this publicly, just between themselves. And this is something I learned, and I'm glad to share it to you. Maybe someone that is looking and experiencing the same should know that this is normal, this happens, and you should try again. That's it.
Yeah, and it was like when it happened to us, to my wife and me, and it was like, I just want to say that because I don't see that as a shame. That's nature, right?
Yes.
If somebody told me that, like, this will happen in 60% or 50%, I would take that and be much more at ease when it happened. But when it happened and you try to communicate with your inner family, with your friends, and they're like, oh yeah, it happens. It happened to us. And you're like, why didn't you say anything? Well, and I get it, male persona. Like, you're not worthy. You're not doing your job. You're not, but that's the problem. You need to say what happened. You need to say to the next guy, to your son, to your whoever, nephew, it's okay. It happened to me as well, because that's nature. That's how we manage to become from 200 million people on the planet to 8 billion people on the planet. Because right now, there could be 16 billion of people on the planet if you just take the odds, because 50% just died off in the first 3 months. That's sad. That's bad, but you need to know that. And this is the important part. You are not guilty of anything. It just happens. You need to work on it. You need to preserve what you have right now. You need to cherish what you have right now. And you need to go on. And that's the problem with the society right now. And that's why I support projects like yours, because I don't need to, sorry to say this, pee on the stick because I'm a male, but she needs to pee on the stick. In your case, well,
No one has to pee on stick.
and I just
Yeah.
want to say, like, you need to lick something, but you don't think.
No, you
I,
don't. You just
and
put
that
it the drop
sounds,
of saliva with a finger.
yeah, and that sounds like, again, we have these conceptions in our heads. When you say some word, it's literally just connects to something. Like, you need to lick the stick. It's like you
No,
I don't
that's
want to
wrong.
go there, so you don't need to do that. Just, lick your finger,
Yeah,
put it
that's
on, put it on that little stick
yeah.
of your application of your little device, and you will know that there is progress or there is not progress, and that you need to. And it's. Sorry, I'm ranting a little bit. Start the rant, right? So male don't understand that there is no like a kind of a there is this kind of a number of eggs, right? There is so
Number of?
eggs
Oh,
in
yes,
in a
yeah.
female body. There is actually so many eggs in the female body, but to the point of menopause, they are not. All of them are not used. There is more than 300 or plus of the eggs there, and if you calculate from the, I don't know, 13 years of age to the 56 years of age, there is one per month, yada yada yada. But a male persona needs to understand, male person needs to understand that also those 28 days of the cycle doesn't need to be 28 days of the cycle. That can
Yeah.
vary because you as a woman, my wife as a woman, any woman can have bad days, good days, stress, whatnot, and that can extend or short that cycle.
I'm glad that you mentioned that and that you mentioned the stress because he's the biggest enemy of the hormone production. So maybe you noticed that. If you are if woman is under the stress, that means that her body is in stress, in some kind of position that is not relaxed, and that means that the hormones are not producing the hormones will the side effects is will be that the hormones are not working the way that you are not producing them. So if you don't produce, if you don't relax, if you don't produce the hormone, hormone will not produce ovulation. So no ovulation, no pregnancy. So that's why it's very important to prepare woman's body for the pregnancy to come. Prepare it with doing the things that she likes, that relaxes her. It doesn't matter what. It just means that she will relax doing these things.
Pancakes.
To exercise, yes, of course. She can go to mountain climbing, she can go swimming, she can go partying, she can go sailing, she can do everything, but she has to do things that will relax her. She has to exercise. She doesn't have to run marathon, but she should walk during the day. She should think about what she's eating. It doesn't mean that she can't eat sugar or something else, but just means that when she eats it, she should eat it less. She should eat more vegetables. So these are the things that that are very important to prepare a body for normal production, for normal functioning. So as we are Me.mum, we are going to launch Me.mum through Indiegogo campaign, and some of the perks are also online course about fertility nutrition that is combining all these things that I was telling you about now, how to prepare to come to this point to get pregnant and to stay pregnant, and to sometimes nothing helps if the person is not healthy. But if the person is healthy, the easiest way is to use Me.mum in freeze test, put the saliva, detect, and have sex, and that's it. So if woman does that, she will get pregnant. But of course, if she drinks and party too much, the balance will not be good. The hormones will not produce the way it should. If it's overweighted, also can, if the person has too much weight, it also can be problems. So there is a lot of things that affect woman's body. And the stress is the worst. So the stress doesn't have to come from the work, doesn't have to come from neighbors. From the biggest stress, I think, is partners' relationship, family relationships. Corona situation is big stress. Earthquake situation is big stress. So everything affects the human body. Because we are living different times, and it's normal to work all day, to drive a car, to telephone, to do Zoom meetings, to do 100 things. But if we do that, we will not be able to relax our body and do the functions body should do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so I like to talk.
yeah, no, this is startup rant. You need to rant, but I need to say right now one thing, as I'm a guy, right? What we discussed right now, what we talked about right now. You mentioned alcohol. You mentioned things like that. I think that some guys, some men, will think, you know, I did my deed, no child. What's the problem?
Yeah, it's not my fault.
But if you want to make a child, if you want to produce a child, from my own experience, you have to give up alcohol as a man because, and I like your application, I like that because if you're fertile as a woman, if everything is okay there, we need to look at the other side because there are two sides in this. Right? Men need to understand that they need to take responsibility for some actions. It's not just like just do it and everything is fine, you know, because there could be some slow simmers there. It
Yes, but
doesn't have nothing with muscularity, with men, with macho, whatnot. We need to take our own responsibility to do what's responsible in making a child right now.
Of course, that when we talk about this problem, a lot of people assume something is wrong with the woman. And that is why, because of this opinion, often women feel very bad about themselves when they get to a point not to get pregnant while they want. But I also
okay.
say right away if something is wrong with him. But I would like to just say that we are speaking about physical things that are supposed to be okay, so woman can get pregnant, so the couple can have a child. But I would like to say something more. For me and for some of my friends that I know they think similar too, is that when two souls, so you have a soul of the man and you have a soul of the woman, when the physically everything is okay and the fertile days are here, two souls has to not connect, but just like connect in one. And this is the moment when the soul connection happens, then the sparkle happens. Maybe you saw there is a lot of videos, they managed to capture the moment that the eggs become alive. It's difficult on English, but when when there is a connection between men and women's physical eggs, there is a little spark. And some would say that that is the God, that is the some kind of reaction, chemical reaction or something. But I like to say when the souls of the two persons connect, truly connect, and the physical property things are ready, then the magic happens in that moment. So you have to be mentally and physically ready to have a child. And the reason why I want Me.mum to go to the world and succeed is because I want to give other women possibility to get pregnant without so much stress, and it doesn't need to be stressful. They have to know, they have to hear somewhere, see or learn that it doesn't have to be stressful. Everything is all right. You just need time. You just need knowledge to know when is the best time. And you need to have a good, relaxed body to connect with the other soul. So,
Okay. So as an entrepreneur, as yourself, and as a mom, as yourself, and as a person who went through all this, how hard is to communicate to the world?
actually, it's not that hard because the digital media, social media gives us opportunity that our mothers and our grandmothers didn't have. And internet is giving us an opportunity to know and learn about the things that maybe we are ashamed to ask someone else, or to rent a book in the library or something else, but we can get to the information. But for Me.mum, it's great. The social media is great because we can reach the woman, the people that are trying to have a child in this moment. And this is like in the age of 25 to 40, it's 2.9% women that are trying to get pregnant now, and it's a big percentage. So this is percentage for America, but it's similar for the world. It's 2.6%. So this is a big number. So there is a very big market for this, and women are searching the internet with these topics, and they're following the channels on Instagram and on Facebook that are talking about these things. There is a lot of support groups. So this is the team that is very interesting, and it's people are talking about that. So the things are changing. I know there is a lot of bad things that the social media brought us, but there is a lot of good things that we can use to learn. The best possible thing we can go in life, through life with, is the knowledge. Because when you know something, you can react, you can go through life, you can enjoy life, you can live life, not waiting to start living, but to live life.
Yeah, and what I like about social media, if you disregard what's like bad, it's like understanding that if I'm in Croatia, somebody is in the France, and somebody is in the New Orleans or in Hawaii, we might have the same problem. So you said there is a groups. You said there is kind of a Indiegogo campaign coming soon. And when you present this to the companies, when you present this to the investors, when you present this to the people, what's the reaction? What's your goal and plan right now?
So my plan is to find partners that could help me to put the Me.mum on shelves in the stores, in the drugstores, in places that people could buy. Of course, it's possible now. Soon it will be possible to buy through Indiegogo, but after that, and that is the reason why I'm going on Indiegogo, is to find potential partners that can offer me know-how, that can offer me channels to go to reach the women's to the women that are trying to get pregnant. So this is my goal. And I had this morning I had a meeting with one investor, and I was trying to explain him the same thing. So I would like to get investment, yes, but I would also like to get partners that are selling similar products or using the same channels. And in this moment, I told him, I really don't care who. Is it investor? Is it the company? Is it someone else? It doesn't have to be me. That is not important. What's important for me is that Me.mum gets in the hands of the woman that is trying to get pregnant. That is what I want. And that is my goal. So when I was thinking, okay, I had a bad experience, it took a long time. The other woman doesn't have to go through this. So I did, because I did it. She doesn't have to. And she doesn't have to buy Me.mum. But if she reads something on my page or on my post and realizes, okay, this is normal, I could do this, I could try this, I could. Some women can detect ovulation depending of their body. So the older one,
Okay.
like
Okay.
me, we can feel the changes in our body. We can feel it. If something I wrote or told you or the woman used Me.mum helped her to get this goal, I would be happy. So it's not about, in this startup, it's not about making money and selling and selling and selling. No, it's about doing something that will help someone else. So this is very important for me.
And that's beautiful, because it's like, in a startup space, I like to say it's okay to become next Facebook or whatever, but I think it's more important if you are trying to help somebody. And I have to ask this because I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that many people who are listening to this, I hope many people will listen to this, uh, you know, uh, do you need any special, like, I don't know, confirmations of some kind of a legally corporations, identities, government agencies or whatnot? If you have this kind of a, pregnancy test, it still have to go through some kind of a rigorous, um, testing or
Checking.
checking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there something
yeah.
that applies to you right now? Because
Um,
I don't want to say like, I'm here to promote, I'm here to talk startups, but I don't want to say to somebody, we just talked and I didn't touch this little subject that is a little bit tricky, because if one woman, if one man wants to use your product, mostly a woman, but maybe a man will say to his wife, girlfriend, whatnot, we could
yes.
use
Yeah.
this, but she could ask, is this reliable? Is there kind of in America, there will be like, some kind of food and whatnot agency that's going to cover this. But I just want to, this is my question right now. Is there kind of a special regulation that you need to go through?
So when I started doing this, of course, I was thinking about this, and the regulations are very strict if you refer to your project as a medical device or something like that. So Me.mum is actually, I didn't show you yet, so I will show you now. So it's a small microscope. That's it. So it's got two parts. So a woman puts a drop of saliva, close it, connects it to the smartphone, takes the photo, and the app is detecting if there is a certain um, uh, photo. So if
Okay.
so app is taking a photo.
Okay.
And on the photo, you can see presence of the luteinized hormone. If the hormone is present, you will see it. If it's not, you will not see it. So it's very simple. That's why the app can detect this way. We are not a medical device. We are not diagnostic device. We are health device that are showing presence of the hormone. So these regulations are not touching us. Of course, in the future, when we get investment or some partners, I would like to have also a certification for the medical device, of course. But this is something that needs more time and more money to do. So for now, we are fitness and health gadgets.
Okay, this is important because like a lot of stuff in the world, like from the those blue crystal, you hold it in your hand and you will feel happy or whatnot, to the actual stuff that can help people, which is something that you have right now in your hands. There's a little stuff that I just ask is like, do you need some kind of a regulation covered? And you said right now you are not in that department right now, but you are going to that. Is there something I don't know, because I'm not that versed in the health department of the fertility right now. But is there something that can also help men? Because maybe some guy right now, like myself, could be challenged by the idea from his wife, girlfriend, whatnot, and say, you're not equipped to do your job. And is there some kind of saliva test or something like that that say, okay, I have a problem? No, I don't have a problem right now. Everything is fine. Is there something in the future that can also help the male population, just like you're trying to help female population in the future to produce a child? Produce. It's just a harsh word, I know,
Yeah.
but it's like
Not
create.
good word, but that's the word.
But yeah, but
Consequences.
it's kind of in life, I'm producing something. It's a child. Yeah, I understand that, but it's a word that you have to use. And let's say create again. Am I God
Yes,
creating a
create.
children, or am
Create
I?
is
And again, it could be misinterpreted. But is there something for a male population in the future?
something is burning, I think, here in my office.
Well, okay.
Yes.
You go check that out.
Yes, please, please. Here I am. I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. This is not the first time that we had to mute or stop or pause the recording. And like I said, this is Startup Rant, and we don't do much more of editing because we like it fresh and something. So, did your dog stuck in the microwave?
No, my dog is okay. He's fine.
Can we see the dog? Okay, it's fine because we had some startups talking about actual Accelerator talking about pets. So we want to, you mentioned your pet, your
We
dog.
are pet friendly. You can see the photos and we like.
Yeah, but you said something is burning. I just want to say the dog is fine.
Yeah, something was burning, but it's okay now.
No
Thank you.
no dogs were harmed during this recording.
No dogs are harmed. Thank you for understanding. Sometimes some things are happening with a good reason.
That's what
maybe we don't think it's a good reason now, but we will think later, I'm sure. But to reply on you about the men's fertility, I don't know much about the men's fertility, and the men are shy to talk about that, of course, because they are connecting fertility with masculinity. You mentioned this before, but that's got nothing to do with this. This is something, hormones again, something totally different. When I was in 2008.
Whoa. You do know that men don't have hormones. Just to say.
No. Yes.
I need to jump a little bit because
Thank you for telling me. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So
Thank you.
I like to joke a little bit of some stuff because I know
Yeah.
that people like they're so like tight about something like whatnot. No. I like to joke about. Please continue. Please
Yes,
continue.
but I like having this kind of conversation because I can talk endlessly. So you can talk to me all day. I will not stop. So as much as questions you have, I will talk. It's not a problem.
Okay, so next
And
time we're gonna do live, and we're gonna break some Guinness records. I don't know.
oh, okay, we could try that. I already have a business proposition for you. But I wanted to tell you that in 2018 I was in Las Vegas in CES, and it was very big experience for
And
me.
you lost lots of money. Okay.
No, I didn't. Actually, I don't see the reason to gamble. I tried. It took like 20 seconds and I was turned, it's finished. I'm finished. I don't have any more money. That was it. I spent $20 and that wasn't the problem. But when
But
I
what you
was there,
said to
I met,
your husband, yes.
oh yes, he tried. He likes this and he won $100. And he said, "Let's spend." I said, "No, I want to get see how it is to receive some money." And then I exchange it, and I said, "I will film you." And then the security came. "Oh, you can't film this." Oh, and that was actually we made $100, but we spent it also everything, and it's
Okay.
not hard to spend the money there, not gambling. So it was very good
Yeah.
experience. But
Okay.
as I was on CES, I met so many different people, and I met one company that made marketing strategy for the company that made the some kind of machine for the men fertility, and man puts his sample inside, and
His
this machine.
sample
Yes, that's
machine.
the nice
That's
way to
just
say
like
it.
it's
Yes,
kind of okay.
but it's
Okay, just
good
continue.
to speak in public on this way. So we don't want to be rude. So we are promoting nice values, positive values. So there is this machine that is counting and analyzing the sample of the men's sample and can tell him
You know,
to go
I
talk
I
to.
call them little swimmers, like just no.
Yes, and this is exactly exactly this is the reason why people don't talk about things of fertility, ovulation, and so on, because they find a different way to call it because, yeah, it's too intimate to call it their way. So I think you should say it. You should just break the ice and say the name, and that's it. If we can say the ovulation and say the egg, you can
Yeah.
say
Do you know
something
what
else.
I was when I was growing up? It was really interesting to me to find out that my friends would be like, if you say penis, which is a medical term,
Term, yes.
they would be like, and I was like, that's a medical term. It's in the book. That's how you call it
Yeah,
by law.
yeah,
Everything else that you say could be
appropriate. Yeah.
improper, but penis and vagina, and they're like, that's the name.
I don't have a problem to talk about these things. Really, I don't. I had the family that raised me this way, but it is for some people. It is very difficult to say these words, and of course, what is important is the family where you grow up, their way. If it's okay, if in the family it's okay for parents to go around naked, then this child will not be shocked when someone says the words like that. But if the parents are ashamed of their body, of their sexuality, and so on, or the way they are raised is telling them that is not appropriate, or their religion or their neighbor or some outside influences, then this is the reason. That's why the things like you do, it's good and important and gives us knowledge. And if you go back and see the history, only thing that you leave behind yourself is the knowledge. Something you did, you made, you help others, and you learned, you teached other people. So I think I really respect the associations in all over the world. In Croatia, of course, the specialized associations that are promoting breastfeeding, that are promoting natural birth control system, that are promoting
Well, now this is a new normal, and in new normal you have technical difficulties because everything is online, and that's good stuff. Because imagine if this happened in the live office, we have the earthquake, or we have something burning, or we have to run from the building. We couldn't continue, but now we can continue, maybe in a different format, but still on the same subject. Maja, please continue.
So I would like to continue. I don't remember where we stopped. so that will be a little bit difficult.
You know,
we were talking about, I think, the men fertility and the knowledge and the nature of getting. I hope you don't see this. Do you see this? No. Okay.
I see you. I see the picture of dogs and a little bit picture there, and there's even a little clock that's gonna tell all our audience who are watching this how much time passed in this interruption or intermission. Let's say intermission. You know that
intermission. Yes, yeah. We should think positive. I think the most important thing about startups and the lesson that we must learn is when it's the hardest, you have to think positive. And when you say a sentence, it may sound negative, but if you turn around the words, it starts to be positive. So yeah, I think you're right.
You know what? Well, I like this because, you know, this is not the first time that this happened. There were like connection issues. There were like kind of and this and that. And I think that people need to understand right now that the world is shifting, the world is changing. And your startup is shifting and changing a view on fertility. It's shifting and changing the view on a taboo of the subject. So if we want to finish right now, it doesn't matter what we left off because we were almost done with the questions that I have prepared before and that I discussed with you before. But right now, from your perspective, what would be the message to people that have problem with fertility, but also a trick question, entrepreneurs who are trying to break ground, to break the ice, to break the tunnel into this kind of subjects that are not so, I'm going to word this, pun intended, sexy.
But I think when you are thinking about starting startup, you should not think too much. You should just do it. If you believe in your idea, and if you think that there is a possibility that you can come true, the dream of your idea, it can come true, you should do it. I think the best projects are the hardest. And if people knew how hard it was, they wouldn't start it. So that means that you should not think if it's hard, I will not do it. So don't think too much about how will you do it. You just start doing it. If you believe in your idea, if you believe that you can do it, talk to people that are giving you support, talk to people that you can learn something from them. If you don't know something, I don't know anything about scientific methods of detecting fertility, but I knew the easier way to approach a woman. So for the things that I don't know how to do, I don't know how to do digital marketing, I don't know how to do PR, I don't know how to make a prototype, but I surrounded myself with the people that have experience, that believed in my project, and that gave their knowledge to bring my project to the point where it is now. So don't think too much, just do it. What you don't know, ask. In this project, so many people helped me with no charge. I have to mention that when I did all these designs and things that I thought, it's done, I'm finished. It turns out that I don't have the photos of the product. And so I said, oh, that's not a big deal, I will take the photos. And I took the photos, they are very bad. And I was at the end of patience, and what will I do? I don't have any more money. So I found some product photographs. I contact them. The first one was the best, so I contact him. So I said, I wrote, I would like cooperation, and he called me and we talked about what I need. He said, in 3 sentences after my speaking, he said, oh, I know what you need, I will do it. And I said, you know, I'm a startup. He said, forget it, I will do it for free, I like the project. In that moment, there were tears in my eyes, and I wanted to tell him how I love you, how I'm grateful, how I'm thankful. And he did it. He had Corona. After Corona, he did my project first. He made amazing photos. I'm thrilled with them. We can do anything with these photos. And there are similar situations like this where people, I just told them I don't have the money for that. I spend everything on the device. I spend everything on the app. I spend everything on the things that I think I need, but I didn't know I need this. So people help. So that's the main thing, especially friends, business partners. They will all help if you ask. If you say, okay, I don't have choice, can you help me? They will help. So I think there is not, you can do everything if you have positive attitude. And when it's hardest, that you have a support of people who will tell you, you can go on, you can do it, just go. Just go, because you're in a point that it will be too stupid to give up. So definitely go for startup. Definitely.
Well, you know, this is a true passion of entrepreneur, a worldwide entrepreneur. And that's something that StartUPNATION wants to bring to the people here in Croatia, in Balkans, and in the European Union, because not all startups are big like Facebook, WhatsApp, Tesla, whatnot. There are startups who are so small that people don't know about them until they become so fucking, and sorry for the sentence, but it was fun intended because of the subject, big, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm grateful that you being guest. I know we had like, even I had like health issues and we had to reschedule or whatnot, but we did this right now, and people need to we did
the positive attitude. So we
Yeah.
didn't give up after first
No, we
obstacle, after second, after third. So we had 3 obstacles and we managed to do it. And I'm very proud. I can't wait to share everyone to see, because I really enjoy speaking to you. You have this happy way of talking, communicating, and you seem like you're joking, but you ask the right questions. And you ask a true story, and that's very good. And I would really like to give you one suggestion of cooperation when we turn off the recording. I think I have a good idea. We could make another project about startups. We should do that. I will tell you the
Don't
details.
tell no more. People will, you know how they say in the startup, don't tell your idea because somebody gonna steal it and they will make big business out of it. Which
Oh
I
no, no.
agree. You have to tell your
You have to tell
ideas.
everybody.
You
Yeah,
have to
yeah, I
share
agree.
that.
Yes, yes, yes.
You need to
I agree.
share that. Okay, so we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about that after we finish this, and we're gonna finish this right now
Yes.
because this is startup.
Yeah.
This was Maja. Maja has an amazing product. In this kind of a environment of digital stuff, you can actually see if you're watching, if you're listening to this on all our channels, from Podbean to Spotify, whatnot. You will see the links. You need to check our Startup Rant, Facebook, Twitter, whatnot. You will see the links. Check what Maja, what mom.
Me.mum.
I need to joke.
Me.mum. I'm a mom.
You know,
Yeah, me.mum.
I didn't want to say this, but it's kind of, you just think
Yeah.
about yourself,
Yeah.
you're a
Yeah.
mom. I cannot say me mom because I'm not mom. I'm dad, me dad.
Okay, I will make
So-
a me dad. I
Yeah.
will make another project me
Another
dad.
project,
Okay.
me dad. Okay. So check the links, check everything. Maja, thank you very much for this conversation. And we will follow up this in the future because I want to see how this grows from a little thing to a big thing, and maybe even you know in a
Let's just go to the market first, then we will do everything.
yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, bye.